We are back on Nittany Game Week. Now, we already knew the matchup with Minnesota squeeze between Michigan and Ohio State is an important one. Got to take care of business against the Golden Gophers at home, whiteout conditions. Guys, when you consider the way the Nittany Lions were manhandled at the line of scrimmage by the Wolverines, this game with the Golden Gophers becomes a little scarier because they're bringing more of the same to Happy Valley.
Yeah, Todd, very similar approach. And when you look at Minnesota, their whole offense is predicated on staying on schedule. When you look at the games that they won, 75% of their third downs were 5 yards or less. When you look at the games they lost, that number drops to almost 50%. So it's going to be important for Penn State to get them off schedule. Yeah. And to do that, let's take a look at their offense, and let's take a look at the power run game. Mo Ibrahim, a phenomenal back. Tom, you know they're going to try and push these guys, stretch this thing, put his foot in the ground, and how important are the backside cutoff blocks?
You better make him, because it's all about his vision when he gets right here. And
take a look at this cut. This is phenomenal. He takes us all the way out to the hash, cuts that thing back, gets in the secondary, and again, he is a really, really good back. And now let's talk about what else they do offensively that you got to be aware of on these third down situations. They're going to try, and their quarterbacks are not going to force the ball if they can help it, but you get the third and long, you better stay in your rush lanes, because their quarterback, whether Morgan plays or not, they do a good job scrambling.
Their quarterbacks are very similar, and the one thing they're told is if he doesn't have what he wants, he's going to keep it and run it. He's got good vision.
You can see here the guy from Michigan State gets caught inside. Outside he goes, nobody's open, and he just takes off. And really not a great effort tackling there, but again, first down. So let's talk about them defensively. A couple things. Their basic defense, they're going to have both safeties involved in, reading the run support, one-on-one the outside, but that puts a lot of pressure on those linebackers underneath guys to cover backs and tight ends.
Well, that's one of the things you got to be careful of here as you watch the play develop with what happens. You get these wheel routes, people lose visions, they lose their eyes, as they say, they get bad eyes. Yeah. And that's what happens on this one.
That cost them a touchdown. Now, taking a look a little bit more now, when they do blitz, they're going to play mostly zone blitzes. You're going to get 3 underneath, 3 deep, which is going to open up these areas, the outs and the seams on these, and you've got to get the ball out in a hurry. Tom, you know that's always a problem, trying to get these guys out underneath those.
Yeah, they really are. It's a problem. But I think what the thing is, with the way they play their defense, they want you to throw the out. Yeah. They really do.
And you can see even here the Illinois quarterback's a little hesitant to throw it. He does get it, does get the first down. But if you pick the blitz up, you should be in good shape. Now let's go to the kickoff return. Special teams, very important. Top 10 in the country in kickoff returns. A great block. They kick out here, seal in there, and they get up there.
One of the things they're going to do here, I think a lot of times they're going to find the guy they want to double. Who's the most dangerous guy between 3 and 4? Let's take him out of the picture and then let him do his magic here with where the kickout blocks happen.
And one of the things that's different about Penn State this year, only 15 of 36 kickoffs have gone to touchbacks, so this could be a factor on Saturday as well. Now let's take a look at Penn State. A couple things from last week. People want to know about the size discrepancy. Some of it is run fits and leverage. Here you're going to see this defensive end is inside. They leverage him. Now you have a guard blocking a corner. You have the center coming around for the linebacker, and that's a size problem, no question.
Yeah, that matchup right there is not good when that guard is on the corner.
Yeah, and you can see the corner was not real interested in taking that guy. I'm not going to criticize, because I wouldn't want to be in that position too. That is a major size advantage, and they did formation it really well. You can see it here as well. And just look at that seam that you get when you kick out and seal and get downhill. Now, key play of the game for me, 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4, they get a guy in the flat. He crosses the line because they're blocking downfield. It becomes a pass interference, and that was really the play of the game. They go from going in, you take a look at the video, they go from going 1st and 10 at the 27 of Michigan, only down 7, to where now they didn't make it. Michigan goes to distance.
We talk about it all the time. It's a game of inches, and it's a game of details. And it really is. And there's the difference right there, and what I think changed the whole game.
Yeah, and details is what Todd Sadowski is great at. He keeps us on schedule.
Well, I'm blushing. Thanks, guys. Of course. Now, York County native Kirk Sharrock is coming back to town as the offensive coordinator once again for Minnesota. He was the OC for 1 year for Coach Franklin during the COVID season. He's back on PJ Fleck's staff calling plays. And speaking of Coach Fleck, he understands the role the whiteout crowd can play in this one, but he's flattered the Golden Gophers are the opponent.
We're going to create an environment in practice, which you all been there. It's chaotic to begin with. We're going to turn it up a whole different notch. I mean, there's 109,000 people, and it's a whiteout. It's at night, and again, national TV. That's all part of college football. But we'll get ourselves ready for that the best we possibly can. I promise you, we'll create that environment, inside there, and we'll make sure it's deafening, because that's what it'll be on Saturday night.
It is strange it's not Michigan or Ohio State. Auburn was a cool change-up last year for sure. Nittany Lions are about a 5-point favorite in the game. Time to take a break. When we come back, our Impact interview with one of the best announcers in college football, Chris Fowler. The guy also loves tennis, so we will volley some questions back and forth and find out why he's so bummed about this year's whiteout coming up when Nittany Game Week returns.